Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
And good morning to you, Bobby B.
Good morning.
And how are you this morning?
Sleepy.
Sleeping?
Yes.
Yeah. uh, I I guess I can understand that.
Are you sleepy too?
Well, a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, welcome aboard. We are Sam C, Bobby D, the CCI radio show, the Coverage Connection, your favorite weekend duo. And our show is always sponsored by Vibrant Souls Health and Wellness. You can follow Vibrant Souls on Instagram, and you can email Vibrant Souls at vibrantsouls@gmail.com.
That is correct.
So we're going to have some fun here today on this sunny Saturday here in the Still City. Um, can't wait to get this party started.
All right. I'm curious to see what's going on.
Yeah, me too. Say good morning, Danetta.
Good morning.
She says good morning, all. Happy Saturday. Woo, what a week.
Yes. Indeed.
Yeah, she said what a week. Long week for you, huh?
It's been a week. It's
Yeah.
been a week.
So
Busy.
all right, so here we go. Globally connected and connecting the world for 13 years and counting. And we are the CCI radio show, and the show begins in just a matter of moments, right, Bobby D?
That is correct.
All right, and welcome back to the shindig, to the show. Good morning, Lady Lee.
Good morning.
And good morning to you. Good morning to all of you. Again, it is such a beautiful morning here in the Still City. It's probably about 70 degrees right now. You don't have to check her.
I won't check her.
But it's about around about 70 degrees. The humidity's kicking up.
Oh, yeah.
71.
71. Very good.
All right, so currently 71 degrees here in the Still City, and it's mostly cloudy, but the skies are becoming more and more blue, it looks like.
Yeah.
From what I can see here.
And I was thinking about how you said, you don't have to check her. You remember there are several of these shows that we've done where I, holler her name and ask her a question. And there was one day a little while ago, we were looking for something. I couldn't remember what it was we were talking or what we had said. We were looking for something specific. And in that video, I called her name and asked her for something. And it was funny because on the TV, it wasn't me here in real life calling her out. It was me on the television calling her out. And she answered. And it was so funny. We were like, oh, no.
Wow. Okay.
Because the TV is close enough to her. So she heard me call her name and she responded to the video. So we kind of got a kick out of that.
That is so funny. That is so funny. We do want to let you guys know as well that we did put some shorts out, some new shorts on our YouTube channel. So make sure you hop on over to our shorts section and check those out. We have some little quirky, some good things that we did put on there, especially from last night.
Yes,
in the early part of the morning. Yeah, we will be talking about that as well. So that was something good. If you haven't done so already, make sure you go check out the latest edition of Cooking Fun with Mrs. Coverage. That was yesterday on our YouTube channel. Very good recipe, very good, sandwich.
Well, the must-goes work.
Yeah, must-go. Yeah. Is that why they call them must-go?
Yes. Because you must get it out of your refrigerator before it goes bad.
Yeah.
That's the way I put it.
Yeah. Danetta said, sis said, morning shot said, oh, isn't this cute? The two sisters, one from Pittsburgh and one from Chi-Town. They're both connected. That's good. Anyway,
I have no idea.
I know I just felt like saying that. And it's good to see people connect. It's good to see everybody just have a good time while they're here.
That's true.
And Danetta said, those shorts are good stuff. I need to catch up. Yeah, you do, because those are really funny shorts. Especially, we just put some on in the wee hours in the morning, and probably put a couple on probably about a couple hours ago.
Yeah, from last night's adventure.
Yeah, so good stuff. She said we had a dust storm in Chicago. A dust storm in Chicago yesterday.
I saw something on the news about dust storm. It was a dust storm. Oh gosh,
where the dust came from, I don't know, but that sounds wild.
Yeah, I heard it on the news, and I messaged Annette, and I said, "Oh my gosh, I hope you guys. We heard there's a dust storm coming to Chi-Town. I hope you don't get it, but apparently she got it. So
yeah.
Well, that is weird because okay, now I know I don't know geography, but I am positive that Illinois is not next to the desert. Am I right? I must be wrong because they're here giving me the look.
No, you're right.
Okay, thank you. I'm like,
now, when you think of desert, where are you thinking?
Like Arizona and stuff like that. That's like
not even close.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, you're right. Not even close.
I mean,
that's going toward the Pacific.
Right. And isn't and Illinois is like
north. Midwest, but it's north. Right.
These directions are ridiculous. How does anybody know how to do
yeah.
And anybody know how to navigate through anywhere?
It's
Bobby. North, but it's Midwest. And
listen to Bobby
D. Any sense. I don't know any of that.
Well, we also
Happy OnStar is out now.
Oh, I love OnStar.
Because I couldn't stand that I can't remember what was it, but you have to print up the maps. Print up all that.
MapQuest.
Oh yeah. MapQuest.
Yeah, so that takes it back.
MapQuest would always give you one wrong direction in the middle.
It would.
It
would take you to a dead end or a road closure,
or just in the wrong direction. Or like now you got to figure it out.
Or like one of those movies called Wrong Turn.
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
Yeah. While you guys are here, make sure you get this. The newest edition of Pandemic Press Media Magazine, the Spring 2025 edition, is available right now. So if you haven't purchased your copy, go to lulu.com and purchase it because we have our copy. So very great spring edition for you as well. Also, a lot of good pictures and stuff too. Without showing everything.
Spring in the Pittsburgh area.
Danetta said, laugh out loud, Bobby. We're wondering the same thing. We were supposed to have a thunderstorm, but it changed to a dust storm. Weird.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Now, Danetta, is that the first time that Illinois has had a dust storm? Because that just doesn't seem like, because...
Even I've never heard of that, yeah.
But, they always say Chicago is the windy city. So, yeah, I'm curious as to where the dust is coming from.
Yeah, see?
Because it's not like...
weird.
It's a desert. You could understand in a desert there being a dust storm because it's dusty, but it's not like Chicago is this. I'm acting as if I've been to Chicago, but it's not like pictures I've seen of Chicago. It's not like these wide open spaces with whatever. It's a city. Like Pittsburgh is a city. You're not expecting a dust storm. Where's the dust from?
Yeah.
Where's the dust?
Can't answer that. That's
I don't get it. She
said, I've never in all my 54 years, want to keep that quiet, have heard of a dust storm here, and on top of it, it was windy yesterday too.
Oh,
that's crazy.
So already windy as it were, and then the dust storm comes up, and now it's just blowing dust all over all the houses and buildings and stuff like that. That is ridiculous. I don't know who.
Knowing you, I could see you be mad.
I'm mad anyway, even though I'm not even there, and I'm mad. That's ridiculous. Now, so what is the desert having a snowstorm?
My little feisty,
it could be
my feisty wife and co-host here. One half of the coverage connection.
Well, it just doesn't make any sense.
Make it make sense, huh?
Make it make sense.
Speaking of making it make sense, if you guys are interested, we do have some soaps available for you from the Clubhouse Creations Handmade Soaps and Clubhouse Creations Handmade Soaps. I was going to say, and well, lip balms too. Just haven't gotten around to it. But anyway, we do have some spring scents available for you. All the soaps are $7. You can pay by Cash App, which is Pandemic Press Media. You can pay by Venmo, which is Sam Bob C, and PayPal, Pandemic Press Publishing. So get your spring order in right now. And another said, I could see a haze of dust in my area, but it just looked like a brown sky to me. But videos I've seen look like a scene of the Mummy.
Yeah, that's not cool.
No.
That is not cool. So Chicago has never really had that. So that's just weird.
It is weird.
That's just weird well, it's global warming. So maybe people that deny it will now see that it's really a thing.
Yeah, definitely.
That's my
spiel.
My spiel for today. I won't get into it. But
won't get on your soapbox, huh?
I won't get on my soapbox today.
Well, let's talk about what we did last night.
Okay.
So we last night we went to this rotating sushi restaurant. Rotating or revolving, or what's the best word?
Yeah, revolving.
Okay, because I was trying to make sure that didn't sound right. There's the whole building revolving, or no? But
no, just the food.
Yeah, that was cool. Didn't know they had anything like that. But when they brought it here, I'm like, and we looked at the menu and everything, and the first thing I looked at you, and I'm like, wow, you're going to be kind of limited of what you may want to get here. But then you found some things to get, which I was very happy for. You seem rather full. I want to talk about this big bowl of soup that you had with the biggest, longest shrimp. Looked like a chicken tender.
Yeah, it did.
But it was a piece of shrimp.
Yeah, 2 pieces.
And it had like these huge noodles in there.
Yeah, tempura shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
And udon noodles. It was very good.
I was about to ask you, I wasn't you just beat me to it.
And I brought some of it home. And then I had chicken dumplings.
Mm-hmm. What did you think of those dumplings last night?
They were good. They were tasty. They were crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. I like them.
What do you think of the sauce?
Good. The sauce was a soy. So, soy
salty.
Sauce. Yes, soy sauce is salty.
Mm-hmm.
So, but otherwise it was good. But you and Melissa were the ones that were experimenting.
The sushi connoisseurs?
Yes, experimenting.
I don't think she was experimenting. I was.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, I guess she
pretty much knows what she wants. Me, I think I was just kind of sitting there like, okay, watching this stuff come down the conveyor belt. And I'm like, well, do we want this? Do I want this? And then, they charge you by plate.
Yes. So it's $3.95 per plate.
Mm-hmm.
And they that you have to put your sushi plate into this little slot near your table, and that's how they charge you. So you picked up the thing, and you pick up the plate from the conveyor belt, and then you eat your sushi, and then whoop, drop it in the thing. Now they don't have any knives or forks or anything like that, so you either have to use your hands,
which I wouldn't recommend,
or chopsticks.
Don't look like you don't know what you're doing.
Right, that's true.
Oh, Danetta says she sent you a link about the dust one.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sis.
Yeah,
I'll definitely check that out. But I'm not a sushi girl, so I
think about it, I used to never be either. Sushi girl.
You've never been a girl,
but I never. I mean, there's been many times I used to hate sushi.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about it, but then I realized, oh, well, it's not all bad. And
it's not all raw.
Yeah, it's not all raw. I'm like, oh, there's rice involved. Oh, okay. Let me, now that we're getting somewhere, and then I get creative with it.
But the California, I just don't like cold rice. I guess I don't want the rice to be cold. But then again, and then I don't want to eat raw meat.
Yeah, what did I have last night? I had the mother was asking. She said that sushi place looked like a fun place. Yeah, it was. And she's asking if I got a California roll.
Yes.
Or something like it. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Because I know what the California roll is.
Mm-hmm.
No, I did get a California roll. Yeah, it was. I had 3 different types. There was a California roll. There was the Philadelphia roll, which had like cream cheese. Well, they both had cream cheese, I think.
The spider roll.
The spider roll. I tried one of those.
Oh, you tried, right? Melissa.
I tried that big monstrosity that Melissa had.
Yes, that one was really. You know how sushi is usually like. I'm
glad she let me split that with her, because that was really huge.
Yeah, that was a big piece of sushi.
But the one I liked was the one with the crab meat in it. It was like
it was real crab, though.
It was real big.
Yeah, but they called it the real crab meat.
Yeah, the real crab
sushi
or something. That was probably my favorite one.
Yeah, because it had real crab in it, not that imitation stuff.
Yeah, really tasty, and it was. Would you say it was kind of big?
I think so. Kind of tall.
Tall. That's a tall. But
wasn't as big as that spider roll. The spider roll was really.
I'm like, how in the world do people want to eat the spider? And it came, and there was more than one.
Yes.
Like I think it was 2 or 3.
Them, right?
Yeah, those things were huge.
I agree.
That's like a hamburger.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it looked like.
Exactly.
And then they had some other things there. What else did I get? I did try the spider roll. Crunchy roll. I think I had the crunchy.
Oh, I forgot. Yes.
Crunchy roll.
Yes.
That wasn't bad. I mean, the sauce. I really didn't need any of the wasabi or the, whatever, but ginger. But it was really good.
That's good.
I ate a lot of my stuff without sauce.
Good.
It was really tasty. And then, but the other one, the very last one that I tried was that one that had the, I don't know if it was beef or steak. Which one was it? The very last one before I wrapped it up. Had a piece of something on it.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah. You never got the mackerel because you did want this seared mackerel.
Yeah, I think someone took that from me.
Yeah.
I think I was too slow on the draw for that.
I couldn't get it off the conveyor belt, and then Melissa tried to get it for you, then you changed your mind, so then it left.
Well, it didn't look cool.
And then
well, you guys said it was, but then where I was sitting, it didn't look like it was.
Right. Well, again, it came past me first, and it didn't look cooked. But then Melissa, she was looking. She said, no, that one's cooked. And so I tried to get it, and then it passed me. She tried to get it. You said, no, never mind. And then when it came back around, it was already taken, and they didn't refill it. So
yeah, good. That was good stuff. So
and then she had some mochi ice cream, and it had matcha, and
I think it was green tea too.
And okay.
I think it was matcha green tea. I think she said there was hints of vanilla in it and strawberry.
Oh, that's good.
Like it was kind of like different flavors.
Mm-hmm.
But that place was nice. I mean, we had a good waitress. She was funny as all get out.
Yes. Her name was Far, F-A-R.
That was really cool.
That was actually quite cool.
Mm-hmm. She was explaining to us how to order and, talking about the roving robot that was going to come by and give us our drinks.
And clearly I didn't follow the directions. I give directions every day, and clearly I did not follow her directions on how to get the plates off of the conveyor belt.
You did a good job.
No, I think I only got maybe one or two of the plates and just left it to Melissa after that. Melissa, get it. Melissa, get it. I couldn't get it. So it's good that at least somebody could get it off the thing.
Right. Yeah, you're right. That wasabi will clear your mind. It's good too. I mean, I just didn't eat it last night. It was, everything was good. It was well prepared. A lot of good stuff.
They even had New York style cheesecake.
And what's the other one? That
ooey gooey butter cake.
I still want to know what that was, because I'm like, we were going somewhere else, so that's why we didn't get those desserts.
Right.
With the exception of Melissa, who wanted the.
But she said she was dying to try that mochi.
Mochi.
So, so that's cool.
She enjoyed that.
Yeah, it seemed like she did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she definitely enjoyed that.
And so our waitress told us that for every 5 plates you get, or you use, I guess you could say, that you put into the slot, you would get an animation. So
up on the screen,
up on your, we have our ordering screen. So the 5th one came, and I tried to take a video of it, and I think I did put it in a short, but it was talk about short. When I realized what was happening, I'm like, oh no, and I couldn't get, I'm fumbling around. Then we got to 10 plates. And so we got another one, and I really missed that one altogether. But then if we got to 15, which technically we did not, like 15 sushi plates. Mm-hmm. It didn't include Melissa's mochi or my dumpling plate. I wish it could have, though. You would get like a little toy, like they have these little special toys. And Far told us that the toys, like if you were to get a Snoopy toy, it was very rare because they only make one Snoopy toy out of 500. So I guess they make a big deal out of you. So I was really hoping that we could have gotten to 15, but they didn't include my plates, and Melissa got dumplings too, so they didn't include her dumpling plate, my dumpling plates, and her mochi. But we would have made it to 15 if they would have included those. But I guess it was just sushi. But we did win a prize. So there you go. There was another prize for if you paid $70 or more. Now, we were all trying to calculate. There's no way we're going to make it to $70.
Well, you got to remember there were 3 of us.
Right. So. That's the thing. But we made it and we had gotten just a little over $70. It was actually kind of funny. Mm-hmm. And so Far says, oh, you guys did actually win a prize. Like, what prize?
What does that mean?
Yeah, and she says, wait a minute.
A gift card?
I got the prize. I got the prize for you. For $70 and up, you receive a Peanuts blanket. And we haven't taken it out of the thing yet. But it has little sushis on it. So whenever we take it out of the package, we will maybe take a picture and post it on our social media pages. But yeah, and it even has the name of the
place on there.
Shameless plug.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shameless plug. Danetta said those cakes are good.
Oh, which one? Ooey gooey? Ooey gooey butter?
Yeah, never had that before. And then she said that's cute talking about the blanket.
That was actually kind of cute. So we, as you can see, it's shrink wrapped in the package. So
yeah, that was pretty cool. You know, once we like I said, the robot came and delivered our drinks.
Yes,
and
which we only got water. We didn't want anything else.
To get explain how the robot was.
Well, the robot not only was just kind of tooling around giving people their drinks, it was actually playing music, like really loud music. So you knew it was coming. You could hear it coming. And so it would deliver everything. They had everything there from water to alcohol if you wanted it. Plus, for people like me who don't like sushi, my food didn't come across the main conveyor belt. There was another belt. So the main conveyor belt is going like this, shoulder length past you while you're sitting.
Yours are just kind of pushed down.
Yes, mine came across a top conveyor belt if you ordered something special, and it would just kind of shoot itself to your table. So it was like, whoosh. And
the lid was on.
Yeah, seriously. Because sadly, it would have hit Melissa because it stopped in front of her. So she would have to take the food, anything specialty that we would order, she'd have to take the food down.
Yeah.
From the top conveyor belt. But it was cool though. It was fun.
Yeah, you look like you had a ball, like you said, with the soup, with the udon.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. Apparently, I ate all the noodles, but I kept the broth and the shrimp. So I'll make something out of that. Maybe for cooking fun. I don't know.
Hey, maybe.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Then once we got done hanging out at the sushi place, we walked around the corner, and we went to Jenny's Ice Cream. Jenny's Ice Cream is a really good spot, and we normally go to the one closer to us, but this one here was literally right around the corner from where we were last night, so we had to go there. And then when you walk into Jenny's, it always smells so good.
Yes, and there was a line out the door once, thankfully, after we had gotten ours. So So it turned out really well. It was very good. It had very specialty type flavors. And I was positive that I was going to get something lavender. And then this man, he had walked past me, and he had
something lavender.
No, he had chocolate, which is my favorite. So I said, well, never mind. I'm going to just get chocolate.
Yeah.
But I do shout out you and Melissa for trying new things.
Well, the one thing I tried wasn't new. Chocolate.
Oh, right. Yeah, yes, you had a chocolate.
But then the other
But you had something else.
I gotta remember what it was.
Because they have a thing where you can do, like, okay, so you know how usually when you go into an ice cream store, they might say, oh, here you go. If you want to try, here's a spoon. I'll give you a taste. And then
we could have did that.
Right. But what Jenny's does is so if you're like, oh man, I really like this chocolate, but I want this right. I want peppermint over here. Right. If it were peppermint season, I want peppermint though. And like, well, okay, well, I'll forget the chocolate. I'll just get the peppermint. But Jenny's has it that they could give you 2 half scoops to create just 1 scoop.
And that's not costing you extra at all.
No, it doesn't cost you extra. So they do little, half scoops, and then you can taste, or have all the flavors that you want. So of course, I'm boring. I'm playing. I'm like, okay, I really want to get the lavender. And then the guy walked past me with chocolate. I said, I really want
chocolate.
The milk. It's called milkiest chocolate and the darkest chocolate. So
you had both of those mixed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I know you had them both.
I had them both. But of course, I didn't finish mine, but I ate what I could.
You're
So
full for that soup. That's why.
yeah, it was a big bowl of soup.
Yeah.
But then you had
Darkest chocolate
and
the batter cake.
Oh, okay, that's good. And then Melissa had strawberry, and then she got the lavender. So that was.
I bet that was good.
I bet that was good.
Lavender ice cream. I never thought I'd like that.
Mm-hmm.
That lavender ice cream is just awesome.
Well, we can go to Jenny's today if you want to.
If you want,
we can.
You only live like 5-10 minutes away from it.
Mm-hmm. Not the one we went to last night,
no.
But
hey, if you want to do that today, just
we'll see how we feel after we get a few things accomplished today. Yeah. So we'll see how we feel.
Another said, just saying hello to the lurkers.
Oh,
and
yes.
And then
Good
we have
morning,
Summer
Ray.
Ray. Good morning to you.
How are you today?
And good to have you here.
Yes.
As well, as always.
As always.
Yes. Another said, there are a lot of places I need to check out in Pittsburgh whenever I go. Laugh out loud.
It has become the foodie town. Mm-hmm. So
then someone's like, when you coming to Pittsburgh, another?
There it is. There it is.
Hey, Zelma.
Miss Zelma's
Good
in
morning,
the building.
Zelma. She says, hey, family. See, Zelma, you're right. You
right
came in
time.
You and Summer Ray came in at the right time. We're talking about sushi and ice cream. Well, not together, but
I don't know if the ladies would actually like that mix.
No, not together, but separately. But yeah. Renetta said, girl, seeing as I don't like to fly, I'm not sure, but they keep talking about all this good. I need to see about train options. Yeah, but there's train options.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
There's Amtrak.
That's true.
She said, "Ooh, I would get it together. I would eat it together." Oh, you would eat it together? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, we went to. And just to recap, we went to this revolving conveyor belt sushi joint last night. And then once we had a ball at this place, then right around the corner, we walked to this place called Jenny's Ice Cream. So we were just discussing what type of ice cream that we both had last night.
And a friend came along as well.
What type of ice cream a friend had last night, too.
So it was good. I didn't finish mine, but, the younger, healthier stomachs were able to finish theirs.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, I just love the way that their flavors are. And also, it was getting packed. Like,
yes.
When we walked in there, it really wasn't that busy.
Yes, that's true. It was a little busy, but not really.
But then once we were sitting there, we found, there was plenty of spots to sit.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody's just getting their ice cream
and leaving, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty cool.
And, we just sat there eating our ice cream, all proud and everything. And, then we just watched all these people come in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is true. That is correct.
And then Zoma said, oh, man, now that's what I call a date. Yeah, sushi and ice cream. I mean,
sushi and ice cream.
I never thought it would happen.
You never thought it would happen?
Mm-mm. I mean, all that wonderful sushi last night, that was good stuff.
I didn't eat the sushi.
Yeah.
Well, Sam C was trying to make me eat sushi.
Yeah, I wanted her to try. She was like, it's raw. Look at it.
I need my food cooked. I need it to be cooked.
I'm pretty particular, too, as what I'm about what I'm eating. And I'm like, I'm going to get this because I've had this before. I'm going to get this. I had this. Okay, this is the alternate version of this. I can get this. It's not spicy. Crab,
Well, I did you did ask me to try some of the real crab. So
you did.
Took a little pinch of the real crab.
You actually liked it.
It was all right. Needed something on it, like some sauce or some salt or something.
I thought it was fine the way it was.
Because you ate it. That's why you ate it.
Hey, if I'm not mistaken, I grabbed the thing. It was this big, long, tall piece of sushi that had all the crab meat that you can ever want. I was like,
it's like this tall.
Yeah, it felt like it.
It was this tall.
I was trying to. I just more or less just shoved it all in my mouth, and then
Was this tall?
Yeah, it's about that way.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just sitting there trying to chew it. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it was quite that tall.
Trying to chew it.
Thought it was about that tall, but that's okay.
Summer says she's not a fan of sushi. Zelma says with wasabi and spicy mayo. Yeah, they had spicy mayo. We had both of those at the table last night. Wasabi and spicy mayo. So good stuff. I like wasabi better, honestly.
Oh, you do,
mm-hmm. Remember the waitress came by and she said, remember you said to me, like, I thought you said you wanted wasabi and not spicy mayo.
Mm-hmm.
And at this rate, I kind of forgot what I said and didn't really care, because once we sat down and I'm looking at all this sushi coming around the conveyor belt, and I was like, I kind of lost my train of thought and didn't care.
Clearly, because somebody was just watching the conveyor belt go by.
Oh, here we go.
Holding their chopsticks like this, looking like Danielson and the first Karate Kid, waiting to grab the fly when he and Mr. Miyagi were at Mr. Miyagi's place. Mr. Miyagi's trying to catch it. Daniel's trying to catch it. I'm trying to catch it. And then Daniel.
I was like that.
So he's just. And I'm like, okay, well, you can't really get it from where you're sitting. Oh, I'm going to tell you to get it. But he's still holding the chopsticks.
I was just waiting patiently for something that looked interesting to me, for me to be like, okay, grab it.
Yes, and he did. It was, okay, all right. What's that? I read it. Grab it. Then I'm trying to grab it. I'm breaking up the line, busting up the conveyor belt. Like, oh, well, I missed it. Melissa, get it. And she was doing good getting it.
Yeah, that was so cool. Yeah, I was kind of looking like Danielson last night, just sitting there.
I was about to say to you, you beginner luck. They just said.
I was just watching this stuff go past. I was really eyeing that stuff too, watching that thing. Nope. It's like I had a radar, like my spidey sense or my Sammy sense was just,
I'm not eating no raw food.
Well,
not unless it's raw vegetables.
Which
raw
they had
vegetables
last night, didn't they?
Well,
so you know that thing that they had that nobody wanted?
The edamame. Nobody wanted the edamame. The same.
I'm surprised you didn't even grab it.
Well,
and we both like vegetables like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think probably
because it was too healthy.
What it was that people have already had it, and you're going there to get your sushi and udon noodles and stuff like that. So people were just like, I could get edamame anytime. Nah, let that go. And it just kept spinning. I was gonna just grab it because I felt sorry for it, actually, but I thought, oh well, never mind.
Yeah, I said I gotta mix it. It's the best if it's fresh. It was fresh. Then Danetta's laughing reenactment.
Yes.
About the. And then she said, "I would have had a fork."
I wish they were giving out forks. They did not have the forks.
It was like you out of luck last night. You gonna eat with you're gonna just stick your mouth on your plate, or you gonna pick it up with your fingers, or use the chopsticks.
That's what I did with the dumplings. Just pick them up.
What Danetta said, raise them up. I ain't got no baby. What do you mean you got no time for those sticks? That's not true. Let's see. Summer says, I don't like that either.
Yeah.
But
Summer and I would have been sitting there together like,
like just watching y'all eat.
Just watch it go by.
And Zelma likes it.
Zelma, well, I think that we should take you and Zelma and Danetta.
And Summer.
Well, you three could eat that, and then Summer and I will find something. Summer and I, we could have the ice cream.
Well, they had other food there. like the soup and the dumplings and
Well, yeah, that's true.
you know, that big piece of shrimp that you brought home. Like the shrimp was like this long. I was like, hold up. I was like, you sure that's not a chicken
I'm a
tender?
little bit concerned about somebody's depth of.
Oh, did I do that one? Maybe I was it looked like it was long.
It looked like it was this long, even though the bowl I brought home was at least this big when you brought it. When it came down the conveyor belt.
I swear it was.
I swear it was this. I swear it was this long.
I feel like the thing needed cut. Like let me at that thing. Cut it in half. I'll use the chopsticks to cut it. Something.
Well, you can have the shrimp, and
no, I'm okay.
I'll take the broth.
I'm not taking part of your meal away from you, so
that's okay.
No, that's cool.
I never eat it anyway.
Feed me anymore.
I never finish it anyway, so it's fine. You could eat it.
That's funny. So basically, me, Vanetta, Zoma, we all be sitting there like grabbing all the sushi we can get. You and Summer Rae be sitting there like looking on the ordering screen. I'm gonna get this soup. I'm gonna get this watermelon. Gonna get the
Summer and I will get the New York style cheesecake.
What about that butter cake thing?
I don't know about that. I don't know.
It looked too golden.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. I don't know what they put in there. So. I don't know. So I'm gonna be like them on the SNL skit when they were showing all the they were pretending to be the baby boomers, and Alexa was talking to them, and every time they asked her something, I don't know about that. So I'm sorry, I don't know about that. The boomers and the AARP have come up with Alexa silver. I'm starting down that path. So are you with I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm starting to notice that.
Yes. I don't know about that.
Summer agrees with you.
See, there you go.
And then Vanetta's laughing.
Watch that episode. Alexa, we won't say her name. Silver.
You don't want her to max. They want her to mouth off.
Yes, and it is hysterical.
Somebody says I say that all the time.
Exactly. That's it. They say that Amazon and AARP teamed up together and came up with Alexa silver, and it's for the greatest generation, meaning of course our parents' generation, but we're starting to do the same thing that they're doing.
Well, I will have to say this about last night when we came back and I told my mom about the sushi joint.
Did she say, I don't know about that?
Sort of. Between that and she's like, nah. And then when I told her about the type of sushi I had, she was like, She's like, I don't like that. I don't. Well, I'm not a sushi, but I told her what you had.
Yes.
I told her, I said, well, Bobby actually had this udon noodle soup. It had these big old noodles, had a couple pieces of shrimp. Was it one, two big pieces of shrimp in there, and all kinds of stuff in the broth, whatever. She was like, okay. And then I told her about the dumplings. She was like, okay, now that sounds like something I would like you could work with. I was like, yeah, I mean, you can just sit there and watch me eat the sushi. Because of course that's how other people get filled up by watching you get filled up. You could easily get filled up watching me. That's yeah, I guess you're right. That you're not wrong about that. Yeah, you definitely could. Like, yeah, I don't want to eat that raw food, so yeah, no. No, but I am very particular what type of sushi I'm getting. Because like you notice there were some things where I'm like, I don't think I need to eat it. I'll just take this off. Yeah. You did notice that, right? I did, yes. What was that? Was it a raw piece of salmon? It had to be salmon because I put it on my tongue, and I'm like, and I let it sit there for a minute. I'm like, this has no taste to it, and I'm like, I don't think
it's not cooked.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think I need this. So I sat that down and ate the rest of it, and then the other one, the last one that I had was the wait, because I had one with beef.
Oh, you did?
I had one with beef.
Oh, wait, that one was a seared something.
Seared beef, something, and
so at least that was sort of cooked, I guess.
Yeah.
Or was it raw?
No, wasn't raw.
Okay.
No, it wasn't raw. It's kind of like how a trying to think how how you're at those breakfast buffets and they're cutting the trying to think of what you call it. You know what I'm talking about?
Like they're cutting like the roast beef. Like they're slicing
like a roast or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of like how it was, but it was good.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna eat it anyway, but I give it to you and Melissa for venturing out, trying new things.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
Frugal Mama, good morning to you.
Oh, good morning.
And happy to have you here today. Danetta said, I am not a fan of salmon.
I agree. I like
salmon.
I
salmon croquettes.
I think that salmon is one of those things, either you really like it or you just don't.
I mean, it's something I can eat once in a blue moon. It's not something I crave.
Right.
Zoma said it's the tuna for me.
Oh, yeah. And there was, there was this one. I wish I could remember the name of it. I hope it goes by in one of the shorts. But okay, so I am not opposed, I have to tell you.
Was it orange?
About the seaweed that you put around. But I forgot what they call it. They don't call it seaweed, that they call it something. Anyway, so the seaweed wrap around the rice. Right. But this particular one had a clump of, it looked like raw ground meat was just stuck on top of there. And Melissa and I were like, like it just rolled by us. Like,
I saw that. It didn't look very appetizing to me.
I don't know what that was called. That was pretty bad. Oh. That was pretty bad.
Another said, now I'll entertain salmon croquettes.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
But I was like, no, that's all right. That's okay. I could eat these chicken dumplings and some udon soup, please. And thank you.
Yeah, like I said, and we had a great time at that place.
Yeah, but it was fun. I knew I wasn't gonna eat any sushi, and I was, I was about 99.9999% certain that I wasn't. However, I did want to just go for the experience and watching it circulate.
Down.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
See, since Frugal Mama's here, maybe I can ask her. So, Frugal Mama, are you a fan of sushi at all?
That's a possibility.
I mean, like I said, that's something I never liked in my earlier life, but somehow or another, it just starts to keeps calling me now. Like every time I see it, it's like Sam.
All right, Chris Rock.
Huh?
It keeps calling me.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't have said it like that. Okay, yeah, I guess okay. Zalma said, I'm dying over here looking at the faces Bobby making with these descriptions. Yeah.
Zalma, I'm sorry. That stuff, and then like.
Were you talking about the crab one I ate? No, that's not the one.
No, that mushy looking one that had the ground meat on it. It just looked bad.
Even the name of it sounded bad. It looked.
I don't even remember what they called it.
If you don't remember it, then it wasn't good.
Well, all I know is I remember what it looked like. So
you didn't see me grab it.
I wasn't gonna eat that.
I think it started with an N.
I don't know what it started with.
It don't matter.
It started with. It started with whoever put that together should have left it in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it started with. because I don't know if anybody took it. And then that other one,
it kept rolling back too. You see that?
And then that other one it was wrapped in the seaweed and rice, and on the top was really fat caviars. I'm used to seeing like the little tiny black caviar, but these were fat red caviars. And I'm like,
What was that?
I don't know what that was called, but I didn't want that. I'm not eating that.
It looked like the bubbles you put in bubble tea.
Yes, it was almost the bubbles were almost as big.
Size. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And I said, no, no.
That's something they didn't have last night. They didn't have bubble tea last night.
Oh well, people are probably afraid to drink some bubble tea. They might have put They might have put that bubbly big stuff. Caviar in there, and I'm not drinking.
When you explain,
I need to make sure there's no caviar in the building. Then I'll have your bubble tea.
Man, Zelma likes caviar.
Zelma, you are a rock star. You are a trooper and a rock star. I'm lucky that I'll occasionally drink the bubble tea because that popping and all that stuff in my mouth kind of freaks me out. So like all that. Plus, it's a little too salty also.
Yep. Summer said, nope. Can't do that either. And that is laughing at you. It's almost laughing at you. And then Summer Ray says, the bubble tea looks weird.
The bubble tea. I see what you mean, Summer. It's not.
The bubbles in it are weird when you are drinking it.
Yes.
And then it pops in your mouth.
Yeah, it'll pop in your mouth. And then you'll be like.
But it's like fruit.
But yes, but it's
it's weird.
Yeah.
I see what she's talking about.
But it's not horrible, but it's not something that I do all that often. But I've tried it, so it's not too bad. I even tried to make a bubble tea, and it was just.
We have the ingredients to make it.
We have the ingredients, but you gotta wait. Like you gotta soak the thing, and you gotta wait. You gotta soak the little bead things.
You gotta soak those.
Yes, for a couple of hours.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what in the world?
So you gotta soak them in. I can't even remember in what. So you gotta soak them, and then you gotta put them aside. So now you're waiting for these things. You know, like just give. I just don't have a lot of time for stuff. Just put the stuff in the container and sell it as it is. I don't have time to wait for these bubbles. When you're thinking of, like, if you now think about it. Do you know what you want to eat and drink on Monday?
No.
Exactly. Because today is Saturday.
Right.
And you still have 2 whole days.
I can still plan it out, but I won't know until that day.
And three meals today and tomorrow, and at least 1 or 2 before the bubbles are ready. If you think, oh, I want bubble tea, you're thinking you want it right now.
I'll just grab some pure leaf tea out there.
Right. You might not want it on Monday, but then it'll be the bubbles will be ready on Monday. If I went in the kitchen right now and started the process for these bubbles, for the bubble tea, it's not going to be ready until Monday. So you better already know that on Monday you want bubble tea, not that you want it today. You're just thinking, oh, I think at some point next week I might want some bubble tea.
I'll just take fruit punch. Or just either fruit punch or what you or just some tea that's already been purchased.
I mean, I admire people that could like meal plan. You know, like we tried to do the meal planning thing. I did, but then I'm like, by the time I planned it all out and everything was ready, by the time
I don't want this.
I don't want it. No, I don't want it now.
That's generally what happens.
Right.
Like when
I'm not interested anymore. I'm not interested.
Mm-hmm. See, Danetta's laughing. Zoma says, in Alaska, the shrimp comes with the caviar. I used to scrape it off and make homemade caviar dip. Nah, I bet that's good.
Interesting.
And she said, I'm not a huge fan of the tea.
Okay, I can accept that. That caviar dip, see, interesting.
Now, see, that sounds different now.
I might be able to work with that.
Well, you like crab dip?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you know.
But are the little
she didn't say
fish
that.
eggs popping in your mouth? So.
I don't know. She didn't say that.
See, that's another thing too. Don't tell me what it is. Don't tell me what it's made of. Because once I find out what it's made of, now I really don't want it. Like I tried caviar 1,000 years ago, and I was like, "Ooh!" And I didn't like it because it was too salty. That's what I didn't like. And then it was a little weird with the popping, but I'm like, well, okay. And I'm like, well, what is this anyway? Fish eggs. Oh, fish eggs.
See.
Now, I was out with some friends years ago. I didn't know what calamari was made out of. Tearing up this calamari like nobody's, and whoever, I can't even remember the restaurant, probably not even in existence anymore. They had the dip, just dipping and eating calamari, just having a blast. It was just delicious. And then, oh, Bobby, I didn't know that you like octopus or whatever the calamari's made out of. And I'm like octopus? I'm not eating no octopus. No, never do that. Are you crazy?
Served that last night.
And yeah, they had octopus there last night too. Mm-hmm. And then they said, no, calamari is
And you ate a whole bunch of it, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. I was like, that's it. Done. I will never eat another calamari again.
Did you eat vegetables the rest of the time when you were there?
No, I was sitting there looking very unhappy with my current situation.
Did you have a stomach full of calamari?
Yes.
But was it good? If you didn't know what it was, but was it good?
It was good until I found out what it was.
So you were popping it like it was shrimp.
Yeah, that's
or like it was popcorn shrimp.
But see, the weird thing about it is that it does have a little. Obviously it's fish, okay, but it's like a little bit of a fishy taste. But they fry it well. You're not like, oh, there's something a little weird about this, but it wasn't bad. So, and you had the dip and all that. Like, oh, it's kind of fishy, but okay, it's fine. And just tearing it up, and no, not octopus, squid. That's what it was. Squid. Too. And I was like,
yeah,
squid. So calamari is squid, caviar is fish eggs. Yeah. So needless to say, I cut a lot of different things out of my diet.
When we were at that restaurant last
Don't tell me what it is. Don't tell me.
Well,
don't tell me.
Don't tell you?
If you want me to try something, as long as it's not beef, I don't do beef or pork. If you want me to try something, don't tell me what it is.
I will say this: when we went to that restaurant last night, the one thing in my head that I teased you about, everybody knows the Jamie Foxx show. I'm sure everybody does. So that episode Shaking and Faking,
mm-hmm.
Like, and when he goes and he's like, man, let's get some mutant fish.
Yeah, were they at a sushi bar too? Maybe that was a sushi bar.
Sushi place.
Yeah,
he's like, let's get some mutant fish. I didn't have anything to grab, so it's not like I wasn't gonna grab it off the conveyor belt because I'm gonna get charged for that. But they had squid last night, raw.
Yeah, raw.
They had eel. I was like, are we for real here? And they had the picture of this stuff looking like it was all nice. I was like, no. And then the squid was completely raw. The squid, and they had the nerve. They had 2 pieces of squid on a plate.
No.
And it, you know what? It just said squid. I'm like, that's all you need to know. They should put squid, not cooked.
Yeah, right. You don't even have to put not cooked. It looks not cooked.
It was not cooked because it was gray.
Ugh.
It was like a grayish white.
Well, I will say this: the caviar looking one had the red bubbles on it, but I thought that one looked pretty. But I knew better. I wasn't going to eat that. No, I wasn't going to eat that.
No,
but
definitely wasn't going to eat that. Let's see.
Ugh.
Yep, Summer said, yep, going back to this, she said, yeah, it's a texture thing for me. I think
yes.
About the
Agreed. Agreed.
Said, it's amazing. It's fresh. then there's got sick emojis there. And someone's like, I like the texture. I'm not a huge fan of calamari.
Ugh, yeah, no. Yeah, agreed.
And then Danetta said, I'll eat calamari. Bobby it's still, what you think? It's still good. Laugh all
over. Ugh. I can't, Danetta.
But it's quite a debate going on here. This is pretty good.
No, I mean, I'm not debating anybody.
No, I mean everybody's just giving their opinions on this. This is pretty good.
No, I mean, I wouldn't stop anybody from eating something as long as you have eaten it before and you trust it, and you know what you're eating. Well, I'm okay with that, But if there's something I'm just like, I don't know about that. Like I can't let Zelma and Summer and Zelma, Danetta, Summer, Frugal Mama, Terry. I can't. If we don't know what it is, and we don't know if it's cooked, it needs to be.
I'd be like, I'll try it if you tell me what it is.
And it has to be cooked.
Yeah.
The meat has to be cooked.
Well, the squid wasn't.
No, and neither was that.
The eel wasn't either.
The octopus leg
wasn't cooked either.
The octopus leg did not look cooked.
You said leg.
Yeah, it was the leg of the octopus that they put on top of the sushi.
Leg? Oh, is that what that was? Just one leg?
Yeah, they put a leg, but they had 2 pieces of sushi and put 2 legs on the sushi.
Well, I wasn't going there either. If it's something, that's just weird.
I wasn't going to eat that.
I knew you weren't going to let me eat it either. Wait a minute, isn't eel like the thing the thing where you get shocked?
Yes, that's what they say.
I could have stuck that thing in my mouth and
no.
I could have got a charge out of that, like an electric charge out of that sucker.
No, I think it's the live eel.
Oh, the live eel. Oh, okay.
It has to be alive, or maybe I don't know. That is a fine question. So
look at Selma. Ew, not one leg. Yeah, one leg.
Just one leg, Selma. Just laying on top of the piece of sushi. Just laying there.
It didn't even make good for a good presentation. Like there it is, right there.
Like, yeah, but check out the shorts for it, because it just kind of, and it actually, interestingly enough, I didn't think that the conveyor belt would move quite as quick. I thought they might have slowed it down just a little bit. Not that it was like going super fast, but when I looked back at the short, it looked like it was moving a little bit fast.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Right. Yeah, that was funny. The Nana says, sounds like I can have one rib. That's what it sounds like.
Yes. One rib would probably work out better.
Yeah. We want to gain friends and keep our friends, not lose our friends.
That's true. That's true.
So, just to let you know about tomorrow, if you should be so inclined or so interested tomorrow, the new audio podcast, it's back. The Crazy People Follow Us podcast tomorrow. New episode. So,
what crazy people will follow us this time?
I don't know. You got to find out. So it's part of our audio podcast lineup. So tomorrow, we'll let you know when it's ready. It'll be available on SoundCloud, Podbean, and Buzzsprout. The Crazy People Follow Us podcast.
That sounds good.
And if you haven't done so already, you can go back and listen to our previous podcasts that were there. Last week was what was last week? Love Notes, because it was Mother's Day.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So, and then it says, sounds like one word. Okay. Then she said, that's me. I'm crazy. People laugh out loud.
No, we'll certainly not be talking about you on this episode.
Unless if you want us to. No, we won't. No, we're not like that. But yeah. So that's going to be tomorrow's podcast. So
Sounds good.
Yeah, so we have a lot of good things for you this coming week. Tuesday Talks with Bobby D. I have a new credit tip coming up this week, another coverage critiques for you. And also, kind of curious if you guys have seen this already. If any of you had seen this past Thursday's coverage critiques on what I did, let me know what you think. If you haven't, you can go back and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Because believe it or not, I can't believe that I got a lot of comments on that privately.
Oh, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Yeah, just make sure if you're curious as to what I'm talking about, you can go back and watch coverage critiques from this past Thursday. Cooking Fun with Mrs. Coverage Friday, and CCI radio show.
That is correct. That is correct.
Saturday. So
yes, Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, that's
next
right.
Week.
And
If
Memorial
you believe
Day
it.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that we are getting close to Memorial Day weekend. So, yeah.
There's something going on, but the crazy people are following us right now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
are you getting a good listen to this right now?
yes, of course.
Mm-hmm.
They follow us.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably subscribed, and they're probably lurking.
And Danetta's asking, have y'all talked to the wizard? Nope.
No, yeah, we don't know what's up.
Nope.
We don't know what's up with him, so it's all good. It's all good in the hood.
Mm-hmm. So
it's a shame that we haven't.
Yeah.
Because we just might show up in his town in a day or two. We'll just keep it there.
My town.
Used to be. It's going to be a Coverage Connection takeover.
Used to be your town.
Used to be.
You know that song.
Uh-huh. Used to be. I just didn't want to scare anybody with my voice, so
yeah,
it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Hopefully he is hopefully he is safe and healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we agree with that.
We hope so.
Yeah. Well, I think we covered all of our topics for today. We had some fun along the way, and some of this popped up.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Thank you, Xfinity. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Something popped up. Okay.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay.
But Vanessa says, hoping all is well with him.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, anything else you'd like to say, Bobby D, before we get on out of here?
No, we do have a little bit of running to do today and pick up our grocery order. That'll be very exciting.
That's what I thought the notification was.
That'll be very exciting, right?
Yeah.
Well, and unless you would like to tell the ladies a funny story about the person who always seems to get us in the pickup line.
You really want me to?
Go for it.
You mean the one that
unless you want to make that a crazy thing.
Oh, we can do that too. You mean the one that has a crush on you?
Yes. Apparently,
it's. I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
There's a little.
Yeah.
Well, it does kind of surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me at all.
I think the last 18-year-old.
Didn't he just graduate high school?
I feel like he's like 18. I feel like he's like 18. And as far as I know, the last 18-year-old that had a crush on me was this guy over here. I mean, maybe there were some in between, maybe, but it makes me laugh a lot because he's trying to like kick his little game, and I'm like I've picked up like Delsum and stuff like that for, if I had a cough or Sam had a cough or something, through the pickup line, and you have to give your proper age. Man, are you not seeing the year here, man?
Doesn't care.
I got to be as old as your grandmother, maybe.
Grandmother. He doesn't care.
I don't know.
See, when
mother.
See, when he sees beauty.
It makes me laugh. So maybe it
shouldn't make you laugh at all. But I'll tell you what made me laugh.
Okay.
What made me laugh is that the same person who's waited on you before by yourself, when I happened to be there driving that one day and you were sitting in the passenger seat and he came up, I was like, wait a minute, flip that. You were driving, I'm sitting in the passenger seat. He was still trying to kick his little game. And I'm like,
maybe he thought you were my son.
Yeah, well, I wasn't looking at him like
because it's not like that would have been the first time that someone has mistaken you for my son.
Mm-hmm. So I just kind of started interjecting myself a little bit and enjoying the conversation.
It's true.
But he was really ignoring me. And he was just like looking. I was like, you know what? I can't even be mad. It's like, hey, I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm, just not surprised at all.
So maybe we'll do a crazy people follow us.
Were you looking to see him today?
I'm thinking probably not. This is the only reason why. I could be wrong, but I'm not trying to be like, oh, these people have set schedules or whatever. But it seems like when I go during the week, it seems like he's there during the week, and during when I get off of work. I'm not going to say that because then that'll end up, I'm putting it out there in the air and this is what will happen. But so far, when we've gone over the weekend, we have not seen him. But it just seems like, I don't know if he's got some type of in with somebody where he could work during the week or something. Because I know when we were working in a grocery store, we just, and teenagers, we just had to get what we got. We couldn't. Can I make my schedule until 6:00, Monday through Friday? No. You're 18. You better take your butt and take this little 375.
Like, what do you plan on doing?
Nothing.
I'll work all day, sir.
Yep. Yes, sir. I will work all day.
I'll work all day.
You're right. I need to get me some little money for college.
Build
up my little money for college.
Let me check these comments real quick. Let's see, people are laughing here. Janetta said, if I come to town, I'm knocking on their door and saying, "What's up? I'm from Chicago." No, she didn't.
But we'll give a shout out to Mystique Summers Matthews of Chicago.
Yeah. Summer Ray's got the, and she's laughing. Summer Ray said, "Sugar baby." Hilarious.
Can you get me some free? Can you get me some free stuff? Some free stuff from Walmart, especially with the tariffs going up.
Right. Danetta's laughing. Summer Ray's laughing at me. And Danetta and me, Danetta's laughing at me too. Sam's expressions. And then Summer Ray said, "I know Danetta. I think he raised one eyebrow."
Yeah,
said he did.
Sam Seal raised that eyebrow on,
Summer Ray said, and a side eye.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good though.
He'll do it.
If we run into home skillet homeboy today,
no, we won't. I don't think so.
Like I said,
I don't think so.
I just, it flatters me because I'm like, Bobby doesn't think this, but like I said, it doesn't surprise me that, people check you out.
He is.
I don't care.
A teenager.
Doesn't matter.
I'm sure.
Doesn't matter. And that's not the only person. And I know there's not, but it doesn't surprise me at all. I don't know why it surprises you.
Because he is a teenager.
Well, even if it wasn't him, it'd be somebody else. So it doesn't surprise me at all.
Well,
but I get it. I get it because honestly, he kind of reminded me of myself.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
When you were 18?
Mm-hmm. I was trying to kick my little game
To you to the Geritol generation.
No, to you.
But I was.
Of course, this game wasn't good because my game was better.
Well, I wasn't this age. I was only still only a few years older.
Well, let's throw it back though. But like I said, he reminds me of myself.
Okay.
Like I said, he's got a little bit of game. I give him a little credit, but like I said, my game was way better. Because if my game wasn't that good, then you and I wouldn't have been together as long as we.
That's true.
Were. And quite frankly,
we've
sometimes
been together
I wonder
longer than he's been alive.
Yeah.
So he's definitely a teenager.
Well, but I remember.
Little.
So I'm not mad at him.
Little baby.
No,
Little baby.
He's just trying to see if his game works.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. It's not going to, but
yeah, well, a little difficult to, be a teenager trying to kick it to,
Then that is said, what I was screaming. And then someone said, home skillet. Somebody said, right, Bobby, you got it going on. She does.
I agree with that. Generation.
Somebody said, y'all are funny. I agree with you. Got it going on.
However, though, I must say, so it's nice for a little youngin, little chicken McNugget, to think that you're younger or whatever he might think. However, when we were,
he got to kick his little McChicken nugget game.
Okay, but then I have another quick little story for you that I didn't tell you yesterday because I was embarrassed. But I'll tell you the story.
Live out in the open.
Live out in the open. It's okay. Fine. So it was my students, not my last day actually, but my students at the preschool's last day on Thursday. And of course, being that preschool is normal, usually depending on the family, preschool or daycare is like their first start to school, your first start to school. So, you try to make it as special as you can and all this and try to get some learning in there. So, the parents, of course, are very, happy with that, So anyway, the kids are giving us little gifts and there's, the moms are like, moms and dads, little so-and-so did such a great job. I've seen her grow so much and this, that, kind of thing. And so oftentimes they want to get pictures with their teachers, we're sadly now, because Erica and I love this group, but sadly they're not our students anymore. Now they're going off to the next phase. So they want to take a picture. So Erica and I will kneel down, of course, to be at close height level so the parents could take pictures and whatnot. So I'm bent down and, so I'm on my knees, Erica's on her knees, we take a picture. And this one mom was like, yeah, I just got to get a picture because you had my daughter before, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we do that. And Grandpa, so the mother's father was there to pick up the little girl. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we bend down, Erica and I bend down to take the picture. And I'm about to pull myself up after the picture. Grandpa was helping me get up. I'm like, oh, Grandpa, I'm cool. Grandpa, wow. I can get up.
Okay.
So I'm kind of in this gray area in life. Grandpa thinks I need help getting up. And Grandpa was like, yeah, sometimes I need help getting up too. Grandpa, I'm okay. I can get up. Maybe he was
trying to help himself up.
Grandpa was standing up.
Oh. Okay.
Grandpa was standing up.
Oh, okay.
But
Maybe he had to stretch his arms or something. Maybe he had a cramp in his arm.
Oh,
Dang.
like, okay, thank you, Grandpa. Thank you, Grandpa. Thank you for helping me get up.
Oh man, we do have a lot of fun stories.
This journey we call life. So it's certainly,
it's a good one.
Yes,
it's an interesting one. It's a good one.
It is. I'm not complaining, but it is kind of funny. Like, Grandpa, did I really look like I was having a hard time getting up?
Yeah.
Did I?
I think the Netta was talking about the service boy at the.
Did I look like I was having a hard time? Yeah. I didn't think I like some like, I'm trying to think. I was thinking of somebody, but I couldn't remember who it was. It was somebody in a sitcom, and like they were on their knees, and then they couldn't get up, so they were, and somebody was standing next to them, like a man, but it was a female that couldn't get herself up, and she grabbed like the thigh of the man standing next to her to try to get up. And she was having a hard time. And then she starts kind of like crawling on her hands, trying to get up. I'm like, Grandpa, was I looking like whoever it was, it was just,
right.
They were just joking. But I'm like, did I look like I was like, I can't get.
No, you didn't look like that.
Grandpa, help me. I can't help me. Help me, Elizabeth. I'm coming to join you. And then I'm like, okay, you know what I'll do? I am just going to plug it up as Grandpa being
nice,
a gentleman.
Yeah. Let's leave it at that.
I believe it. Because Grandpa didn't run over and help Erica get up.
See?
He was next to me, though.
See?
So I will
think
say
about
that.
This. Again, it's the attraction.
Yeah, Grandpa.
No. But think about it. See, again.
Yes, Grandpa was kicking game on me. That's why he helped me get up.
They see beautiful women. They see a beautiful woman standing there.
Or kneeling there.
Well, it doesn't matter whether you're kneeling or
get
standing.
Up. Right.
Kneeling or standing. You have a lot of admirers. I knew this.
Oh, you know this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Well, we're gonna have to have a discussion.
I'm your biggest admirer.
Oh, is that right?
I'm your biggest fan.
Ah, that's interesting. It's interesting. You're my biggest fan. I'm your biggest fan too.
Oh well, thank you for that. Right.
I've watched all your shows and read all your books.
And you found me. You found them quite amusing.
I've found them quite amusing.
Oh well, thank you. I would like I think.
Right, exactly. I think so, maybe.
Danetta a while back said, telling him to like, share, and subscribe because we the people need answers.
That's right.
And then Summer's like, uh-oh. Then Summer's laughing and stop talking about me.
Stop talking about me.
And then Summer said, oh, misery. And then Danetta said, we need an after show live because I need to hear the discussion. No, you don't. No, you don't. Sorry. No, you don't.
But you can't see my flowers back there. Wait, let's see right there. I'll do a picture with all my little stuff.
Okay. All the stuff you were given by your admirers.
My little students.
Your little students.
One of my little girls gave me that. And she told me, she said, Mrs. Cuppage, where are your flowers? Now, they were sitting on my counter. And I said, oh, they're right here. I said, when I get home, I'm going to put them in a vase, nice and special. And she says, good. Don't lose your flowers. I said, I won't. And she goes, keep them forever. I said, okay, I will.
I'll try.
Or at least until they die.
Mm-hmm. So she was giving you your flowers.
She was giving me my flowers. So that was wonderful.
And then it said, Bobby changing the subject to about them flowers.
My flowers.
We get it.
Yeah. Grandpa had to help me up.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't have to because I was going to get up. I was getting up.
Yeah.
but Grandpa thought that I needed help getting up. So that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Well,
I
speaking
can
of,
accept it.
I guess, Grandpa, I guess we should get on out of here. Enough of
All right, Grandpa.
Yeah,
Grandma.
I mean, I would say grandma, grandpa. I was thinking, had him in my head.
Grandpa.
I was kind of going off what you said, but
yes. So Grandpa wants us to get off of here.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I guess that should be our time for today. I hope everybody had a great time, and we had quite a few laughs. Janetta said beautiful flowers.
Yep. Thank you. I'll take a close-up picture before they expire. That way, that's the way I can keep them forever, right?
Yes.
The picture. So there you go. There you go. But thank you. And thank you all so much for joining us today. And if you missed any of the program, make sure you go back as soon as we step off of here. Have an amazing Saturday. I hope it's beautiful wherever you are. We hope it's beautiful wherever you may be.
Yeah.
And just enjoy. Yesterday's history, tomorrow's mystery, today's gift. That's why we call it the present. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we will see you again really, really soon.